I'm meteorologist Peter Hall. Here's your NBC3 forecast, and as we look ahead today, a day of change. Well, we have a wind advisory in effect, so it's going to be windy today. Most of the morning, the winds are from the south-southeast. This afternoon, it's a west-southwest wind. Pretty much sustained between 10 and 25 miles an hour. Gusts to 30 to 35 common, but there's probably going to be some gusts that go to 40, 45 miles an hour, most notably and most often over highest elevations in between buildings and near the north end of the Finger Lakes and Oneida Lake. Well, a high of 76 occurs this morning. Once the rain starts, which you'll see on the Futurecast is at about the noon hour or so, give or take an hour, and likely lasting a good 2-3 hours, solid heavier rain, it's going to drop into the 50s. So we play in the low to mid 70s all morning, right around the noon hour or just after. I mean, it drops like, 10, 15 degrees in 1 hour and then stays that. So that's a pretty active weather day on tap, wouldn't you think? And then we got a cooling condition on tap as we go through the afternoon. And we'll be just cool Tuesday, but it's actually going to be seasonable. The normals are lower 40s for morning and lower 60s for an afternoon. The fact that we're at 70 in the morning is pretty astounding. Well, here's the thing we've got to keep an eye out on. A southern storm for the end of the week. Does that mean we're going to rain out the end of the week? Not necessarily. Does it mean it's absolutely going to be dry? Not necessarily. We just have to keep an eye on it. If you had to pin me to the weather wall right now, we're recording this thing at 7:01 a.m. Pete, what do you think? You have to tell me what's going to happen Thursday, Friday, and the weekend right now. All right, well, I'm pinned, so I would say we're going to be dry. We'll have to watch it, but I'm telling you it's not an absolute because sometimes we have more confidence in a forecast than at other times. We are confident of rain today. You can see how it starts. It's doing a pretty good job on when it will start, the Futurecast. So expect that steady heavy rain roughly on the 81 corridor at about noon, plus or minus, and probably between 11 and noon is start time. Obviously, that means it's earlier over the Finger Lakes and a little later over the eastern areas. A solid 2 to 3 hours of steady rain for sure. Some spots could have it a little longer, especially central and northern New York. Then we taper it off, and at the end of the day, don't be surprised if there's a break of sun, but it's cooler. Tonight, some lake effect rain showers east-northeast of the lake that will weaken, but probably have a few leftovers Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be cloudy with a chance of some slight sprinkles or an isolated shower, which would then dissipate and slowly move to the south. It's going to be one of those days, though, where it's definitely going to feel different, all right? It's cooler, but a seasonable afternoon high, 60 to 65 with some breaks of afternoon sun. We will clear things out Tuesday night through Wednesday morning, so we set ourselves up for a chilly start Wednesday morning. I actually think upper 30s very likely in Syracuse, which implies low to mid 30s coldest countryside, which implies frost for the coldest countryside. Otherwise, it should be mostly sunny on Wednesday, with temperatures starting chilly and then ending off in the upper 60s. Now, remember that much ado about southern system thingy I was talking about? Well, there it is by Wednesday morning. Now, you might think, all right, I see it in Richmond and near Washington. What gives? Well, this thing is just going to kind of slowly just kind of meander, try to move a little bit to the east-northeast, and not until we get to Friday in the weekend may this start edging east. And not all of our computer models agree even on that. Some of our computer models keep this thing and even hook it back west. So there is less than normal confidence in that forecast. Here's your sunshine. The precipitation probability that I've slotted is only 20 to 25%. We'll keep you posted. Here's your 7-day forecast. More on the wind advisory and the 7-day on CNYCentral.com.